All right, hey guys, William Saunders here, and I wanted to go over kind of like a secret lesson that I've learned dealing with indicators over the years. Now, if you guys have not seen my top 20 or top 18 templates, where I went over about 1,000 indicators, then I'll make sure that you guys can reference that link down below, okay? So let me tell you guys a very, very interesting fact about indicators, all right? Now, number one, indicators are not 100% guaranteed, which many of you know. That's why you use multiple indicators to confirm cross combinations to actually take entries, okay? Now, number two, what you guys also don't know is that you can adjust your indicator just like a risk to reward ratio to make it work 100%, all right? So I really won't get too much into that, but I can tell you guys that most of the time about 60 to 75% of the indicators can be adjusted to work 100% of the time, okay? But you guys got to have a better understanding of the whole purpose of an indicator tool. Now, indicators are essentially a manual calculated process that has been programmed into an algorithm tool that takes it from a manual process to an automated process, okay? Now, the problem with it is in most cases, you guys don't understand the manual process to begin with. So therefore, you don't know how to use it to its full potential. So if you're going about the base premises that everyone else uses, such as like the stochastics here, then you guys are going to get the same results just like everyone else, which is 90% of traders, which is not really that much good of a success rate, okay? Because 90% of traders fell 90% of the time within the first 90 days. So once again, let's say that you guys had a manual process of coming in and marking off highs and lows, okay? So then what you would do is to create or have someone develop an indicator tool that will automatically plot highs and lows for you, okay? Now understand this, just because that tool plot highs and lows for you, that doesn't mean that you should just rely on that high or low to take that trade, all right? So for someone else who's coming in and using that tool and it just plots a high or low and they're just following that as a indication to take an entry, that is totally and incorrectly wrong. And this is why you guys actually fail with other people indicators, because you don't understand the full process of that indicator, all right? So here's a primary example. With stochastics here, you guys state that if the market is above the 80, then it's pretty much overbought. So it's getting ready to come down. And if it's pretty much below the 20, then it's undersold, so it's getting ready to come up. I can tell you that is the standard application for the stochastics, but that is not 100% of its features and uses, all right? So one factor that I can add to that I've learned and discovered from working with the stochastics so long is counting the loops after it breaches these perimeters. And you guys can learn more about that in my stochastics hacking one-on-one. All right. Another interesting factor that I really can't reveal that you guys have to do your own due diligence is that anytime the market has breached these perimeters, there's a certain amount of candles that's held up within that region before it comes back down. Okay. Now understand this. After taking right around 10,000 executions, I begin to discover this in my own trading portfolio. So I'm not going to sit here and just give you guys that information for free after spending thousands of live market hours taking entries, back correcting my own analysis, and everything to that degree. Okay, that will undermine all of my hard work. But what I will do for you guys is to point you in the right direction so that you guys can begin to understand more about the things that you're using. And for those of you that actually want to take the shortcut and leverage my full expertise, then it's very simple. You guys can just get in contact with me. I'm very accessible, and then we can pretty much go from there, okay? Now, let me show you guys another example. So here's my Sage Arts template. All right, so for someone coming in, they may think that a red arrow means to sell and a green arrow means to buy, which is totally not so correct. So for someone coming in, they may not understand the full applications of this template. Therefore, they can't use it to its 100% potential, which means they may not be able to get the best result with this template compared to a student who actually understands Sage Art in and out and knows how to use this template to its full potential, okay? So a template and an indicator is just pretty much that. It's a manual process that has a full completion that's been turned automated. But due to the applications of programming, a developer cannot really get it 100% to the manual process, all right? Because it's very hard for a developer to program everything that may be needed into that indicator or tool. So what the developer does is program as much as they can, and the trader allows that to automate as much as the work that is needed for them while they pick up the slack. But you guys who's coming in using indicators and everything like that, you don't know the remaining slack that that trader is still manually putting in. So you're relying on an indicator 100% what it was designed to do, even though that wasn't the full completion of that system. Okay, so I want you guys to think about that when using indicators. All right, once again, guys, I have plenty of links down below. You guys can take a look at my other template series that I got. If you guys want to get access to my 100,000 indicator folders, it'll be pretty much through that link as well. All right, so I wish you guys much success, and of course, happy trading.